Ladies and gentlemen, today on Affiliate Intent we'll be looking at how to create a sales funnel using Mailchimp. Just a very simple one, and we'll really go through it and just see what we need to do in order to get this happening. Now, first of all, I've made the assumption that you know how to log into Mailchimp. It's nice and easy. You do need to have a URL. You can use a Facebook or a Twitter URL for that. A URL being a website or perhaps where you're going to advertise on. Now, the first thing you need to do, obviously, apart from logging in, which I've made the assumption that you can do, is we need to create a campaign. So we create a campaign. Firstly, we want to create a landing page for our customers to reach when they come to our site, basically. So we go create a landing page. We'll call it test 1 just for today. Begin this. Now I'll make it a sign up page. They're just a bit easier. We'll wait for that to happen. Okay, now you get the brilliant Mailchimp landing page designer. Now let's think about what we want here. Okay, so this is a pretty simple example. This, in fact, it's a default Mailchimp example. We'll go with it basically. Put a logo. I'll use one of the ones I've prepared earlier. Let's have a look and see if we can find one. Okay, so we'll use New School Websites. Okay, so just drag and drop, so it's nice and easy. A little bit too big. We'll make these, maybe edit this one. We can edit it and make it smaller. Resize. Now it's nice and easy with the Mailchimp editor. Make it say 200 pixels wide with 100 high. Apply. Save. Alright, now you'll see how simple this is. It's nice and small. Now, obviously a heading, you'd want something, well, as it says, a big enticing headline. We'll go with something like download my PDF here. Say, for example, we're running a Facebook campaign to come to our landing page, download a PDF. It also needs some sales copy. Something as simple as that we don't want. We'll just make it something simple for this example. Please download. Obviously, you'd want something a bit more enticing than that, but that's a good simple start. And we'll also leave it simple for what we're going to collect from the customer. Absolutely, we need email address. In fact, it's required by Mailchimp, and basically you need it to be able to do anything. So make sure you get their email address. I'd also suggest first name, last name, address, phone number, and you can create more fields than that if you want to. I wouldn't go too many, just because it starts getting a bit difficult with privacy law. Email address and first name is more than enough. I'll leave the button as sign me up, but you can actually customize that one as well. We'll just move my face out of the way, move myself up there, go save and continue. Okay, what have I done wrong here? Let's just move myself out of the way for the moment. Save and close. Save and continue. There we go. Okay, so I'd suggest you add a page title and a URL. Okay, we'll just call it test page. Okay, we'll go save. You can edit the, we'll just leave that as it is for the moment, but you can actually improve your URL by using this Mailchimp functionality. So we'll save that. Now, next thing we need to do is create a list, and basically what this list is a list of email addresses that you collect via the landing page. So we'll create a list. Okay, yes, we'll go save on that. Okay, edit list. I've only got one list there, so we'll just stick with that. Okay. now is an automated email sequence to go with the emails that we'll collect through our landing page. So what we need to do is create a campaign. We need to create an email. Now up here it's important we need an automated email. We'll use one of the templates. We'll use the welcome new subscribers one. Okay, so we'll just call it test one just to keep a bit of uniformity with the rest of our sequences. Now we'll just use the Thirsty IT list for the moment. In fact, let's make it an onboarding series. Let's have a go at that. Go test one. Use the same list. Begin. Okay, so what you'll see here is a series of emails that we can basically adjust in order to series of emails. Okay, so this first one you'll receive when, for this one it's such that it'll go straight away after someone subscribes, and then you get a series of emails. Basically, this featured description 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all subsequent emails that will arrive at a certain time frame after the first initial subscribe. Okay, so now as you can see here, the trigger. This is important because you need to know what time after the subscriber joins your list that you want to actually send an email. At the moment, these are all pretty good. It's the benefit of using a template. Immediately after the subscriber first joins your list, exactly when we want to send the first one, and we'll leave these triggers as they are. You can edit them. It's pretty simple. Okay, so you've got a delay, hours, days, weeks. Say for example, we'll send this 1 hour after somebody subscribes. I wouldn't recommend this in practice. I'd leave it as it is to send immediately. You can trigger when subscribers are imported. That's for when you want to import a list of existing emails into your new list. We won't do that in this case. We'll leave that as is, and we'll update the trigger up the top here. Okay, so that's how the triggers works. Now you can design your email. Okay, now these are all very important. Now the name on the email is basically what you want the name of the email to be. That actually doesn't go out to the world. That's just purely for internal use. Now subject is very important. Let's call it something catchy like welcome to Thirsty IT. Okay, I'd make it something a bit more exciting than that if I was actually using this for a real life situation. Preview text, this is the snippet that appears in the inbox after the subject line. So we'll go something like, wow, you subscribed. Obviously you want something a bit more catchy than that. From name, you can put that whatever you want. You could just say Thirsty IT or Sam or whatever you want it to be. Okay, from email address, obviously we'll leave that as is. Now we'll just move our head out of the way and we'll go next. We'll go next. Okay, so there's a number of really good templates. Let's go something like, okay, share your story. That sounds all right. Okay, so I've chosen that template. Just waiting for it to load. Okay, so again we can put a logo. We'll go default logo. We'll go replace. We'll use the one we've already got here. Now which one's the big one and which one's the small one? We'll soon find out. That's the big one or the small one. Okay, so again, I'm not going to go through and edit all of these, but it's really simple drag and drop stuff. Obviously, you can type in what you want to type. You've got some call to action buttons, some photos. You can make your email as simple or as basically as detailed as you'd like. Here we go, save and close, and then save and continue. Okay, and so basically you'd go through and edit all of your emails that are in the sequence. You may have heard of an email sales sequence. Basically that's what this is. you'd go through and fill all these in, and basically because of the trigger, they'd be sent one day after another at the current time interval, and sort of there you go. There's your sales follow-up emails. Okay, so we'll go next. Just see what we're at with this. Okay, so it's giving me a few errors because it's not quite. I haven't filled in all the details. Okay, what have we got? 1 hour. That's fine. Okay, trigger. Not quite sure what it's saying on there, but basically it's just need to confirm. Okay. So a number of issues. I'm not going to go through and fix them all, but you get the idea. Basically, what have we actually? No, let's have a look. It's the email details. Default text content. Okay, yeah, basically it's because we've left the default text content there. That's what's not liking it. I'm not going to go through and fix them just because it'd take probably 20 minutes and you don't want to watch me do that for 20 minutes. So we'll leave that as is. We'll just go back to the start of Mailchimp. Finish automation. No, it's not going to let me. I'll exit without starting. Okay, here's the Mailchimp kind of stats page. I'll move myself out of the way again, put myself in the middle there. This is how many people would be in your audience, and this would show a graphical representation of how many people have subscribed and not subscribed. Okay, so that's a basic sequence. So what we would do now is link our landing page, if it's not already linked, to our onboarding page. We've created those two campaigns, one for the landing page and one for the onboarding list. Okay, so now basically what happens is from the landing page, we collect emails. They go into a list, which lists are found at the top here. Here it is. This is the list. It's just got me as a subscriber at the moment. Okay, so basically your landing page will fill up that list, and from that list, we send these sequence emails, which is this other one here. It's using our onboarding series. Send a sequence of emails to those members of that list. And obviously that's a very, very simple example. That's basically how it works. I think maybe for tomorrow's little tutorial on affiliate intent, we might run maybe go through some Facebook ads to actually get traffic to these landing pages, because that's sorry, I've got the wrong page. We'll go back. Okay, get some traffic to these landing pages. So basically, the way it goes is get traffic to your landing page, collect some emails, and then send out some follow-up email sequences using Mailchimp. So basically, that's how it is, and that's it for today's recording. Thanks very much.